parents, we like to set an example for our children, and there's no better way to do that than through our action.
And it's pretty cool to see famous rockers committing to that. At least Bruce Hall from REO Speedwagon is. Here's what happened when I followed him and his family around yesterday afternoon. At Walmart,
that's a good for you. I like that.
A rock star and his wife are shopping for bread. They grab canned sauce and pasta.
6 more. 6 more.
And before long, their cart is full. What kind of food are you guys focusing on?
Basic staples, things that pasta, bread, soup, things that they can last a while.
In another aisle, their son and his girlfriend grab mac and cheese, while the other kids show off a few favorites.
Can't help it. It's so good.
For the most part, it's a normal family shopping trip, except when your dad is the bassist for REO Speedwagon. There is apparently ample opportunity for dad jokes in the cereal aisle.
I can't believe it.
This is not Bruce Hall's usual grocery store. In fact, he's visiting Champaign from his home in Orlando. But Bruce is home in a sense.
I spent a lot of my life either in Champaign or Urbana. I went to high school down the street, Centennial High School. And most of my growing up years were right around this area.
Bruce came to town to surprise his mom, who still lives in Champaign. In Florida, the Hall family donates as often as they can to local charities. So when KIMMIE saw 2 stories from WCIA about organizations fighting food insecurity, she thought, why not visit the mother-in-law and give back while we're at it?
And we saw the piece that you guys did on Facebook, that they had a pantry here, and I thought it was meant to be. You know, I believe in signs and things happen for a reason, and so we wanted to make sure that we were able to give back here just as we've been in Orlando.
So that brings us back to Walmart. The Hall family filled up 5 shopping carts of food. They loaded up their SUV and brought it to one of the organizations they saw on the news. They had no idea Bruce was coming.
Totally surprised, totally thrown off. I wasn't expecting this at all. I appreciate it greatly. It's just another example of how good God is.
John PURSLEY of Restoration Urban Ministries says the family's donations will feed many. At the food pantry, all are welcome to come by and pack grocery bags of food.
We have more supply than demand. So, so don't be bashful or shy. You know, you have a need, come on out.
For Bruce, this hits close to home. His childhood in central Illinois wasn't always easy.
It was hard. I mean, there was times when we didn't have electricity or water or things like that. If there had been this place, the Restoration Ministry, we probably would have been here.
Now that Bruce has a family of his own and a life filled with abundance, he and KIMMIE make it a point to live by example and teach their children this lesson.
It's important to show how much you care about others, not just yourself. And in times like we are in right now, you cannot think about just yourself. You must think of others. You must wear your mask. You must give back. You must care about people that you've never met.
Giving is one of the best things and one of the things that we should do for others. Taking care of each other. That's why we do that.
Although I only had time to follow them to one location, the Hall family told me they were headed to the Feeding Our Kids organization next, and that's where they donated the rest of the remaining food.